So we are going to learn a new numeric system, binary numeric system. So in our numeric system, we know there are some rules. For example, in our decimal numeric system, what happens? If you multiply 3 by 2, that is same as 2 by 3. So it's a rule, right? If you do this, for example, if I do 5 and if I do 7 plus 6, and if I do 5 plus 7 at first, and then if I add 6, the result will be same. These all are rules involving our decimal numeric system. Fine. So similarly, in binary numeric system, we have some rules. Those rules, those behaviors are basically studied in another chapter, Boolean algebra. Fine. Now, before we start that rules, we have to understand about one more thing that is called operators. Okay. What are operators? Like in our normal algebra, what do we use? We use plus sign, we use minus sign, we use multiplication sign, and we use division sign, right? These are the 4 operators we use. Fine. In computer terminology, you know, I believe that asterisk basically represents multiplication and front slash represents division. So these all are the operators. These are called operators, using which you can get a result. Like if I write 5 plus 7. So what is the purpose of plus? To give me a result. Fine. So similarly, in Boolean algebra, like our normal algebra, in Boolean algebra also, there are operators. What are the operators? One operator is called dot. Fine. Another operator is called plus. This is called dot and this is called plus. Fine. What is the purpose of them? What exactly happens? Fine. Now, what happens is, imagine this basically means and. Okay. And this basically means or. What is the purpose of this and or? If I do the computation, you will understand what they mean. For example, I told you in this Boolean algebra only 2 digits are to be used, 0 and 1. Okay. Now imagine if there are 2 zeros and there is a plus sign in it, what will be the result? These zeros, we can also read it this way. Not necessary, but we can read it like a false value. This is also a false value. Okay. So it is like I told you about 2 possibilities. Fine. That possibility become false. Another possibility that also become false. Then the result, the entire result will be also false. Fine. When we join anything by plus, remember this, that out of these 2 things or out of many things, at least one of them have to be true, that is 1. Okay, it's like 0 we can read like false, we can say 0 value means it's a false value and 1 means it's a true value. Okay, so if there are 2 zeros, if you are adding like this, 0 or false, okay, this will result a big 0, will result 0. Why? Because the rule says that when you are joining by or, out of these 2 things, at least one of them has to be 1. At least one. Okay. So supposing there are 3 items, for example 0, 0 and 1. There are 3 items and I wanted to use this operator or operator. So out of, look at this, there are 3 items. I told you at least one of them has to be 1. So one of them is 1. Let the other 2 be false, no problem. Okay, or other 2 is 0. At least one of them is true for 1. So the net result will be 1. But in this case, we get this 0, 0, 0, 0. There are 4 results. I joined them by operators are sort of used to join things. So they are joined, these values are all joined to get a net result. Net result means the result of the whole thing. So these plus basically are joined together to get the net result, and we found not a single one of them is true. At least one of them here was true, any one of them, then I could have got a net result 1. But since here everybody is 0, I got the result 0. Okay? So 0 plus 0 will always give you 0. Now look at this. If we write 1 plus 0, that means one of them is true, other one is false. One is true, other one is false. So I told you, out of 2 items, at least one of them has to be 1. So one of them has to be 1. So the net result is 1. Similarly, if you use this dot, then a different thing will happen. What the different thing will happen? For example, if I use 0 dot 0, here look at this, the net result will be 0 because both of them are 0. Here the rule is only if all the items are 1, okay, 1 dot 1 will give you 1 because both the items are 1. That is the rule. What is the rule? That out of many things, if all are 1, each one of them are 1, then only you are going to get the net result 1. But if one of them is 0, then whole thing is 0. Like here both of them are 0, so the result will be 0. I can elaborate this one with a better example. Say I have 1 dot, I have 1 and I have 0. The whole thing will become 0. Why? Because I told you the rule. The rule says all the items which are joined by this dot, each and every item has to be 1. But here what happened? He satisfied the criteria. He has satisfied the criteria. He has satisfied, but he could not. So the entire thing becomes 0. Fine? So only in one case I can get the net result 1 here if the fourth one is also 1. So all have to be 1 in order to get the net value 1. If one of them is 0, then the whole thing is 0. So now you can easily make out that if I write 0.1 or if I write 1.0, in both cases I am going to get 0. Fine? So we have to remember this rule very, very carefully. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 0, since one of them is 1, it is 1. Okay? And if I take, obviously here I missed out one thing. 1 plus 1, I told you at least one of them have to be 1. But since here both of them are 1, so the net result is 1. I don't know you can see this or not, I am writing it here. Okay, if I write 1 plus 1, the whole thing is 1 because both of them are 1. Okay? And with the dot, what will happen? Every item have to be 1 in order to get the net result 1. So here both of them are false, so I got false, 0. Here look at this, both of them are 1, so I got 1. Here both of them are not 1. This was true but this was false, so I got 0. And here both of them again are not 1. I could have got 1 if this was 1. But since he could not satisfy the criteria, the whole thing becomes 0. So this is the rule we have to remember. And the same rule, look at this, if I write with a variable. Variable, you know, like in algebra you have used linear equations, fine? You used x, y, z. So x, y, z were variables. They could hold any kind of values, right? So here also I can imagine a variable x, which is a Boolean variable. We will call it a Boolean variable because this variable I am using in the numeric system, in a binary numeric system or in Boolean algebra. So what will happen, first of all, if it is a Boolean variable, he can use only, he can possibly have only two values, 0 and 1. If either x will be equal to 0 or x will be equal to 1, because in this numeric system we have only two values. So there is no third possibility for x to have. Either it will store a value 1 or it will store a value 0. So what happens, look at this, if I combine this x with the zeros and ones, look at this, x plus 1, guess what will happen? I told you the rule that out of two items, one of them have to be 1. So look at this, out of two items, one of them is already 1 to get the net value 1 when you are joining by plus. Plus means or. Either this or that, one of them has to be true. So One of them is already true, so I've got the whole thing true. Because it doesn't matter x is 0 or 1. If x is 0, then also look at this, 0 plus 1 is 1. Fine. And if it is 1, then also 1 plus 1 is 1. I got it already. Understood? Now, if I have x plus 0, what will happen? Now, there are two possibilities. One is already false, 0. So now it depends on x. If x is 1, I will get 1 here. If x is 0, then 0 plus 0, I will get 0 here. So all depends on x in this. That means here the result will be x. Now if I do like this, x dot 1, what will happen? Here again, if it is joined by, if two items, two values or one variable, one value, they are joined by AND operator. Dot means AND. Then what happens? In order to get the net result 1, both of them have to be 1. But I can see here, one of them is 1, other one is not 1. So basically here it depends on x, because if x is equal to 1, imagine x is equal to 1, then 1.1 I will get 1. And if x is equal to 0, then 0.1 it will be 0. So it depends on the value of x. Now, if I write x dot 0, what will happen here? Since one of them is 0, no matter what x is, always the result will be 0. So these few items, these few computations, you have to know very, very well. Fine. So just go through this, and then I will start my next video. I will talk about some more rules in Boolean algebra.